This episode is sponsored by SmartVestor. Connect with an investing pro for free at RamseySolutions.com/invest. You're listening to Ramsey Everyday Millionaires, where we talk investing, retirement, building wealth, and outrageous generosity.
Josh is in Tampa. Hey, Josh, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing well, Dave. How are you?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
Hey, so kind of a weird situation. Need to get some advice from you guys. So here's the gist of it. My wife and I are currently in the process of looking to buy our first home. We are debt-free and have always been a big fan, big believer of just doing things debt-free. And we are actually in the position to pay the house entirely with cash without being house poor.
Awesome.
Yeah. So we are super nervous, excited. It's as most people can know, it's a huge purchase. But we're getting some pushback from friends and family, mainly because one of the main arguments is that can be put into investment more in the market instead of just buying a house the normal way and doing a mortgage.
So what they're saying is if you had a paid-for house, what these people are saying is if you had a paid-for house, you should go borrow on it and put the money in mutual funds.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let me help you with this. We did the largest study of millionaires ever done in North America. Detailed, airtight research. The conclusions we came to in that study have been so thoroughly vetted and the research methodology was so tight that if you don't agree with the conclusions of that study, you're what's known as wrong. Because this is data, it's facts. Okay? We studied 10,167 millionaires. The vast majority of the people that had a $1 to $5 million net worth were like 88% of them were composed of a healthily funded 401k plan that ends up with, $700,000-800,000 in it, and a paid off home of $700,000 or $800,000. So that's $1.5 million, $1.6 million net worth. The number of millionaires that we interviewed out of the 10,167 that used your broke family and friends idea, they're broke people, by the way. I know this because their theory they're using makes them broke, okay? The number of millionaires that we interviewed that said we became a millionaire by taking our paid-for house and borrowing on it and putting the money in mutual funds. The number of millionaires that said that out of 10,000 was precisely zero. None of them became millionaires doing what your, I'll be nice, ill-informed, ignorant friends and family are saying. That was nice.
That was like a Hallmark card.
Yeah, that was nice. That was just so sweet. Because I wanted to call them all kinds of names. But I'll just call their ideas stupid and inaccurate. And they're trying to influence you. So these people don't get a vote. Whoever they are, just go ahead and write their name down in the column of don't get a vote on money because they don't know what they're doing. They don't. There's no one. We couldn't find a 1 out of 10,000, Josh, that did what your people are telling you to do. That's how dumb the idea is. It wasn't like it was only 70% of them and 30% did your friend's plan. No. None of them. Not one. That's how dumb the idea is. It's like the number of them that became millionaires with their airline miles was precisely zero. The number of them that thought that leasing a car was a great idea, there was actually a couple of those. There was more of those than your idea, which is also a stupid idea, by the way. But there's probably 15 or 20 out of 10,000 that thought leasing a car was a good idea. But this is the kind of stuff we discovered. So the suggestion is so asinine that it's preposterous. Does that help you at all?
Yeah, no, it does. We've literally looked at or heard your show for a while, and it's one of those things of we always have gotten excited when people say, hey, we've gotten out of debt. We've never been there. We've paid off our mortgage. We've never been there. So as we're walking through this, we just want to make sure that we're making wise decisions in that.
Okay, here's the thing. Go pay cash for your house, and if you hate it, then you can get a mortgage.
Sounds good.
Try that one. I mean, but I've never had anybody goes, I really hate being debt-free. People get pissed at me about a lot of stuff, but none of them are pissed at me about paying off their house. None of them. I mean, It's just,
I like that you gave him the option to get the mortgage after he paid the house off. That's great. That's kind of hey, give it a shot. Scratch and sniff.
If you lose 30 pounds and you hate it, you can get fat again. It's not hard.
It is true.
Getting fat's easier than losing the weight. I'm telling you.
True. It's so true.
I mean, it's not. If you hate it, if you cut up all your credit cards and you get out of debt and you hate it, just wait about 10 seconds and there'll be 14 credit cards in your mailbox.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry. They'll send them right back to you. It's not like you broke up with them and they're mad. They'll come back for more and they'll up your everything.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God. Yeah. I mean, try it. Try something different, folks. And listen, listen, if broke people are making fun of your financial plan, it's always a good sign. If fat people are making fun of your health and fitness plan, that's a good sign. It's a good sign. It's just, if people that have been married 6 times don't like the way that you treat your husband or your wife because you're nice to them, then it's a good sign.
Yeah. If their kids are hoodlums and they're making fun of how strict you are,
yeah, it's a good sign.
You might be doing something right.
It's a good sign. Yeah. It's a good sign. You mean you don't allow your children? That's right, I don't. All right, nor my grandchildren, nor my dog.
All right, so Dave, for the new people who are slightly cynical, where does the theory come from the people that you just dismantled it? But I think it'd be fun for you to explain.
Well, if you borrow the money, at prevailing interest rates 6%, okay?
That's right.
And you put it in a good mutual fund at 11%. People think you're making a 5% spread. Well, you're not. You're not. Because you got to pay taxes on your gains. And so if you make 11% on your money, you got to pay taxes on that 11%. And so your spread is reduced by the taxes on 11%, which in a 30% tax bracket would be about 3 points. So your 5 is now 2. Okay? And so you're doing all this crap for 2% spread net of taxes. It's very tax inefficient to start with. And if you did all that and you netted of taxes, then you have not adjusted for risk because 100% of the foreclosures occur on a home with a mortgage. And you've not mathematically adjusted for risk. When you adjust for taxes and risk, you don't even make money in this theory. But the naive formula is, I'm making 11 or 12 and I've only paid 6. I'm making the spread. No, you're not. You're just naive. You just don't know how this crap works. That's all it is.
Thanks for tuning in to Ramsey Everyday Millionaires. To learn more about investing, visit RamseySolutions.com/investing or click the link in the show notes. Ramsey Solutions is a paid non-client promoter of participating pros. Learn more at RamseySolutions.com/SmartVestor.